Let's get you details of this damning FIR that has been filed by Raja Raghuvanshi's brother on the 3rd of June. Now, in this FIR, he reported that Raja Raghuvanshi's, when it comes to his things, that includes 2 gold rings, 1 gold chain, 1 gold bracelet, and his wallet and mobile phone apparently were missing. And this is when days after his decomposed body was found. But as far as his things are concerned, his belongings are concerned, some of them were reported to be missing, including jewelry, wallet, and his phone.
Following sustained investigative efforts and multi-state coordination, 4 individuals have been apprehended in connection with this case. 2 from Indore, Madhya Pradesh, and 1 from Latitpur, Uttar Pradesh. In a further development, Srimati Sonam Raghuvanshi has voluntarily surrendered at the Nanganj police station in Ghazipur district, UP, and is currently in the safe custody of the UP police.
Well, this is not a crime thriller playing out in a Bollywood movie, but it is in real life. As far as the brains, what has gone across as far as when it comes to planning and plotting and orchestrating such kind of a criminal mindset and an act that was so gruesome requires a lot of thinking and planning as well. What went behind the plotting? Let's put that out. As far as when it comes to what we are learning is that Sonam and her alleged boyfriend Raj Kushwaha then pre-planned the killing of her husband, hired contract killers, and then Raj contacted her killers via his phone. Now let's talk about the execution. Sonam apparently took her husband Raja on a deserted road, and when it comes to the killers, what is being said, identified as Akash, Vishal and Anand, followed them. Raja was killed apparently with the 2 sharp blunt wounds to his heads, and that is something that the police has said in their briefing. Now let's talk about the escape. Sonam, along with the 3 killers, then fled to Guwahati, and after 1 day they left for their other locations, whether it comes to Uttar Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh as well. Now, if we speak of the investigation, police then found Raja's body days after, on the 2nd of June, in a decomposed state. Initial probe shows that Sonam was alive. The CDR confirmed, as far as the call data records, that there was a current link which Sonam was always in touch with Raj Kushwaha. Now the arrest that has taken place, first Akash was arrested from Uttar Pradesh, Vishal and Raj, the other said killers, were arrested from Indore and Madhya Pradesh. After those 3 arrests, what is being said by the police that Sonam voluntarily surrendered, and the last accused meanwhile, which is the 5th arrest in the case, that has been made from Sagar in Madhya Pradesh. Now the findings of all of the probe reveal how this was a well thought out, thorough plot to kill Raja Raghuvanshi. However, Sonam's family still believes that their daughter is being framed. Rather, they are asking for even a higher up investigation to be done in this case, as they still believe that Raja's killers are out there.
मेरी बेटी से अभी मेरी बात नहीं हुई, सोनम से अकेले गोविंद जी से बात हुई है। क्या बोली वो? गोविंद ने बोला कि वहाँ छोरी रो रही थी, सोनम मिल गई है पापा, और अब कोई बात नहीं है टेंशन की, और मैं वहाँ जा रही हूँ। तो वो वहाँ से फ्लैट से निकल गया है, तो 11 बजे वहाँ पहुँच जाएगा। कल हमने प्लान बनाया था, हमारे जो संगठन के जो अध्यक्ष हैं भोपाल से, रघुवंशी समाज के, वो लोग हमारे पास कल आए थे। तो उनने आज सीएम साहब से वो जाते उनके पास मिलने के लिए, और वो मिलने का मांगते कि कितनी बजे उनको अपन को इंदौर से बुलाना है या मिलने के लिए। तो इसके बाद में फिर हम लोग दिल्ली जाते हैं कि अमित शाह जी से मिलने के लिए कि भाई हमको सीबीआई की जांच दो आप।
मतलब जो मेघालय पुलिस दावा कर रही है उसमें आपको दम नहीं लग रहा है?
वो बिल्कुल दम नहीं है, झूठ बोल रही है, वो बिल्कुल झूठ बोल रही है वहाँ की पुलिस।
धन्यवाद है जो मिल गई है, तो लेकिन क्या, ये तो वो भी दुख है और ये भी दुख है। अभी तो राजा के कातिल का भी पता पड़े। अब दुख तो है, मिल भी गई है, तो भी हमको तो दुख ही, छोरा चला गया। तो बस धन्यवाद, मिल गई तो बस मेरे से ये बोला कि मिल गई है और वहाँ मिली है और मैं जा रही हूँ, बस ऐसा बोला मेरे से। क्या गलत है क्या सही है वो तो अभी जो जांच होगी वो बताएगी, अब मैं क्या बताऊं।
बेटी मिल गई है,
बस बेटी मिल गई है, यह है खुशी काय की है। जब ये उल्टे इल्जाम लगा रहे हैं तो, और अब जो है वो तो जितना दुख घूमने का नहीं था उतना दुख है उल्टा सीधा का होएगा हमको। तो अब जो भी है वो सामना हमको ही करना है, इसमें भी और उसमें भी। हम क्या कर सकते हैं, अब जो जांच होएगी जब पता पड़ेगा क्या है क्या नहीं है।
In fact, Times Now also spoke to the Chief Minister of Meghalaya, Conrad Sangma, who is himself keeping a very close watch on these developments in this case. In fact, the deputy as well had spoken on the case at length with the police as well. They're saying that all of the allegations that were leveled on the northeastern state were false. However, the police has been doing a top job. And as far as this case that is now concerned, all thorough investigation and a fair and a transparent investigation is taking place.
Did it take a lot of hurdles to overcome, especially between the states as well, given the nature of the crime and then the alleged criminals who were not within Meghalaya and had fled immediately? What were the kind of hurdles that you and your police force had to face?
Well, first of all, of course, was the fact that the conditions were very difficult because of the weather, the rain, the topography. All of these factors made it very challenging. But apart from that, also the fact that there was a lot of pressure and, a lot of different groups and even media houses leading to conclusions made a huge challenge for our police personnel. But I must congratulate the police department for an excellent investigation. We had a lot of leads from the beginning itself, but as I said, we could not tie down all the ends, immediately. It took us some time. But we refrained from talking about it in the press. The police refrained because they wanted to keep everything under wraps. And they did a very good job at it. And as I said, when we finally got to get the entire picture, became clear and the evidence fell into place. When we spoke to other agencies, including the Uttar Pradesh and the Madhya Pradesh police, as well as when we spoke to the IB, everybody was quite convinced after seeing the evidence that we were on the right track.
Northeast has always been very welcoming for tourism, and there has been a big push to try and get more tourists from India. Unfortunately, there are more international tourists who are coming in more than the domestic tourists. What is the message that you would like to give as the Chief Minister of Meghalaya to tourists and about the state of law and order in Meghalaya?
Well, as I've said from day one, when this incident came out and it was all over the national media, I had made a statement that time saying that this is a very unfortunate incident and this is something that we have never seen in Meghalaya. We are taken by shock, in surprise. It's not just we as a government or the police. The people are surprised. And that's why if you looked at the investigation and when the search was going on, in the entire villages, 20, 30 villages, everybody was out. 20, 30 villages means, in each village there were like 100, 200 people. So talking about like 3,000-4,000 people in the field searching for them, taking it personally, the stakeholders of the tourism department, the different hoteliers, the different, tour guides, everybody's on the, in the field searching and helping and supporting. So that's how we are, and that's how our culture is built. And as I said, the unnecessary manner in which it was really made to be negative was something that was really unfortunate. But as I said, we don't want to say anything much now. But I always look at it positively from the point of view that it's also a way for us now to also improve, ourselves also. Like, let's see what we can do more. How can we make it even better? How can we take more steps? Though there was no fault of us in this entire incident, but let's try to ensure that we make it even more safer. We are already safe, but let's make it more safer. Some people have come in from outside, and this kind of incident has happened. But can we monitor things better? Can we make it safer for our citizens as well as for the tourists?